Social Law Rave of the moment, Ab.Hakeem Mutiu Adejuma Ajesheko presenting. And today's caption matter hinges on extraying a personality of importance in person of Alhaji Engineer Ab.Lateef Ab.Hakeem, also known as HAKLAT. And this is going to be the 4th edition on extraying his personality. May I ask you to briefly introduce yourself to our viewers all over the globe?
My name is Ab.Lateef Ab.Hakeem, popularly known as HAKLAT.
Habitually, we're going to take off from where we stopped in the last episode.
Okay. After that building, a lot of character assassination, a lot of rumors, and all that were going on. But I never allowed that to deter me.
That your progress was of more weight than your age.
Than my age. So I kept my head tall high. After that, I began to have issue with my boss. A lot of rumor got to him, and he was comparing my achievements to what I was doing.
So you became a subject of envy.
So from the first property I bought, which I told you about, that my brother made me to know what property entails. I involved myself in a property buying that people does not see.
Anonymously.
Anonymously.
You buy properties.
I buy properties.
Making money from sales.
Same.
Thinking you are making money from what they see you doing.
So it became something of confusion. So it was about sackeeping.
Oh.
That was a brief story how HAKLAT came as a company.
Oh.
So a man just called me and advised me, and every advice you give me, because they say the truth is said jokingly, no matter the advice you give to me, from one, I extrayed a lot.
Yeah.
He said, go and register a company. I became so troubled. Why this message? I didn't know what he has seen, because there is a proverb that where an elderly man sits and sights, if you climb the tallest building, you will not see it.
So what an elder sees while sitting, even if a young tiptoes, he wouldn't see it.
So that's how the birth of HAKLAT came. I had to register a company. I suggested my dad's name and my name, a combination of that name, which is Ab.Lateef. And because it's something that's been done before God, it's answered already.
It was endorsed.
It was endorsed.
And it became progressive.
Progressive. From the first name I sent for registration,
same was accepted.
So that is how the birth of HAKLAT came. And from then, alhamdulillah, God has been faithful. I registered that company. I registered in the same company I was supplying for my boss. After a year, there's some story I would not like to say before the camera. After a year, I traveled to see him in Ibadan. And okay, whatever I've done to you, please forgive me.
We started well.
A boss will always be a boss. And the man just laughed. He said, Hakeem, you never offended me. The only offense you committed was when I was calling you and you couldn't pick my call. Any other thing is a past. He stretched his hand. And there was a bad proverbs. If you told in a bad day, no more. If I say you should not pass here, you can pass the way around.
The others' roots.
So you never offended me. Ojo, like back around.
And a Yoruba adage.
He said, go and you will excel. And that was the blessing. I left. I was about leaving that. I said, no, don't go. Like I told you, my boss, our age gap is not so wide.
You are from the same age group.
So he doesn't call me boy. He calls me my friend. And the distance between ourselves is like Lagos to Kaduna.
Monetarily.
So go and excel. That night he lodged me in an hotel called somewhere in Ibadan. A very good hotel, expensive. And he paid my bills, and that was the last time I saw him.
Oh.
After paying the bills, he left, and I slept in the hotel. I left in the morning. So I was leaving in the morning. I was with ATM, no cash on me. That was another lesson I learned in my life. That day, there's no ATM in Ibadan. Out of 100%, I believe I got to almost 90. I couldn't get money. There was no network.
None of the machines dispense money.
And there was no POS like now.
Oh.
And I needed to catch up with the flight by 11 a.m. in Lagos.
So you were stranded?
I was stranded. From Ibadan to Lagos, what do I do? The Okada man taking me round saw how I was so worried. And he told me, Oga, what's the problem? I said, I'm looking for money to transfer from here to Lagos. He said, from here to Lagos. I said, yeah, I don't have any money on me. That's why I've been taking you around. And now there's no money. I couldn't get money. He said, He changed my orientation about Southern people again. He said, how much will take you from here to Lagos? The man I've worked with for like 2 hours, I didn't pay him.
Oh my God.
Dashed me another 1,000 naira.
My God. So a man can give a bad name to his race, even if that race contains oath of angels. And a man can give a good name to his race, even if that race contains oath of devils. So a man, a race. So you don't generalize it. Southerner, Northerner, Easterner is no issue. It's a matter of individual health.
So he gave me 1,000 naira, and I asked him, do you have a phone number? He said no. How do I communicate? He said, I don't know. I said, how do I reach you? He said, I don't know, because he doesn't know who I am. I said, okay, please, can you have my card? Anytime you have a phone, you can just call me, because I needed to pay him back. I think he couldn't call me till after a month or so. So I left for Kaduna. I started building myself up. And Alhamdulillah, part of the things we've done, part of the boys that have served me, about majority of them are no longer in this country.
They have a good tale to tell.
With the help of God and with my help.
Emotional of the moment, today's caption matter precipitated on extreme the personality of engineer Al-Hajj Ab.Lateef Ab.Hakeem, also known as HAKLAT. We will be wrapping up here for today. For further inquiry, advice and advert placement, please reach us on 080-65-980-566. May we live to meet next week for our next beautiful episode. Cheers.